Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share with you guys how I created this rainbow braided space bun wig for my most recent repaint doll, Aspen. I wanted Aspen to have a really outgoing style, so I was referencing a lot of festival hair looks for this design. This is the hairstyle that I was most inspired by. I found it on Pinterest. Since this is going to be a wig, the first step is to make a wig cap. I start by covering the doll's head with cling film to protect the vinyl underneath, and then I secure it in place with some mini elastic bands. When I make wigs for my dolls, I like to use fabric that's the same color that the hair will be. It gives the same idea as painting the doll's scalp to give it the illusion of a fuller hair. After securing the fabric with more elastic bands, I try to pull the ends as flat as possible, and then I start by applying Elmer's glue all. I usually apply 3 to 4 layers of glue, allowing each layer to dry in between. Whilst the wig cap is setting, we can prepare the hair wefts for the wig. I'm using 100% acrylic yarn for this project. Since I'm going for a rainbow look, I'll be using quite a few different neon colors, but if you're going to recreate this wig, you can use any color that you like. I start by cutting each strand about 6 inches long to make it easier to work with, but they'll get shorter later on. First, we separate each yarn coil into its smaller strands. To do that, you just have to twist the main coil to loosen up the individual strands and carefully pull each one out. I also prepared some black yarn using the same technique, but each strand is about an inch shorter. You'll need twice as many black strands as colored ones. Now we can start to prepare the wefts. I lay down a line of glue on my little platform, and then I glue about 6 strands of the black together in little sections. When those have dried, I use an eyebrow razor to thin out the ends of the black strands about 2/3 of the way down. This will help with making the gradient look more realistic and prevent the braids from looking too bulky. Now we can start to feed in the colors. I separate the black bundles into sections of 2 and braid them together until I have about an inch of black braid. Then I take out 1 strand of colored yarn. I'm going to be demonstrating with this yellow color. I start by carrying one of the yellow strands to the rightmost side of the black strands, and the other to the middle. Carefully, I loop the middle section underneath the left strand and bring the right section over to the middle. Holding the sections tightly, I continue braiding as normal. Once the section with no color gets back into the center, I repeat the process with another yellow strand. I keep going and eventually feed a 3rd yellow strand to even things out. By this time, you should have 1 section with 2 yellow strands. When I'm happy with the length of the braid, I tie it all off with one of the yellow sections to finish it up. All that's left to do now is to brush out the ends with my wire pet brush and trim if necessary. This technique definitely takes a little bit of practice. Here are some of my first tries. They're not that great. The more you work with this technique though, the easier it will get, and pretty soon you'll be able to produce really smooth braids like these. After making all of the braids, I like to run over them with a flat iron just to help neaten them up and to help smooth out the ends. Once the wig cap is dry, we can start putting the wig together. I first start by trimming the wig cap along the sides and then mark where I want the space buns and bangs and part lines to go. I'd also prepared some normal wefts off camera, and I'm going to be starting by gluing these down to make the bangs first. I've also glued some of the normal wefts along the sides of the hairline. This will help with making the buns look a little bit more realistic later. Turning the doll to the back, we can start by gluing the braids down. I ended up making about 4 rows of braids. I flipped the last row towards the middle of the doll's hair backwards so that it will blend into the part line better. To finish the part line that separates the back from the front, I used some more straight wefts. I also applied some straight wefts to create a middle part. In the end, you should have a row of straight wefts going all the way around the bun sections. Once everything is dry, I come back to start working on the space bun part. I ended up gluing 2 rows of braids on the bun sections in a circular pattern. I'm leaving the center of the bun section empty. This will be covered up later once we twist the buns, but leaving it empty will also help the buns to sit flatter in the end. Now that everything is dry, we can start with styling. I gathered together all of the bun section, including the straight wefts, and secure them with a little rubber band. Next, I twist everything together until it buckles and allow it to naturally form a donut shape. I wanted the rainbow ends of the hair to stick out, so I only wrapped the bun once before securing it, but you can tuck them under if you prefer that look. For the final details of the styling, I feather out the bangs with my eyebrow razor, and then I use a paintbrush dipped in water to help style them and put everything in place. When I'm happy with the final look of the wig, I secure everything with cling film and I set it aside until I finish working on the repaint. And here it is all done. What do you guys think of this look? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to tag me on Instagram if you recreate this look for your dolls. I'd really love to see it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!